We got the food lined up, and we got a waiting recipient here at the door. He's so cute. Hey, Mart. Tux is out there just a little bit behind him. There comes Ruby. And I hear somebody coming down the woods. I'm missing Stripe and Morris right now. Well, there's Morris. That's good. Tux is in the cat hotel. Stripe was here yesterday, but not until early morning. Well, this is early morning. Not until like 9 or 10 when I called him did I see him. He could have been here while I was on the drive and I just didn't know. Anyway, good morning, guys. Panther chowed down some food. I think he's going straight back to his heating pad. And him and Gray have pretty much been respecting. Panther gets the one closer to the end of the porch and Gray gets the dots. Good morning, Ruby. I can't even tell where the driveway is. So many leaves down. Nobody blew yesterday, but I certainly blew the driveway the day before. Yeah, we had leaves really coming down yesterday in the breeze. Just falling. I had to work really hard to get right to make the split this morning, but other than that, the drive-in's been okay. It's just the timing of cars where 70 and 401 merge. Some mornings it's harder to get over, and I have to get over at least one lane. 2 lanes is nice, but at least 1 lane, and it's the most stressful minute of my drive in the morning is getting over. Sometimes I come around on 401 there at the curve at the merge and there's really nobody coming and I can get over pretty easy, and then other mornings people just go crazy going left and right and changing lanes even when it has nothing to do with which way they're going. And yeah, but I just wait for all those crazy people to go left and right and speed up and get impatient, and then when they've all sort of seemed like they've moved where they want to move, then I try to move over. That's my strategy anyway, because there's just so many moving targets right there. We are on time, 7:24 arrival, so I don't need to stress out through downtown. That's good. Hey, that's the Proterra bus. That's the first time we've seen it. Yay! Well, it's not too many times I come home and there's not a cat in sight. But right now there's no kitties in sight. What's been happening in the morning sometimes is the guys, they go up to the top of the hill because it's so sunny up there. Goodness, Tux isn't he? Oh, there's Marty. Hey, Mart. Are you playing? All those rough patches over there, the dirt showing, is because he likes to play with the moss. Hi, Marty. Well, I don't know where Tux is, and I don't hear anybody upset with each other right this minute, so that's probably a good thing. No, Tux isn't over here either. Sometimes lately he's been down on that green cushion and people walk past and you don't realize he's there at first. Mart, come here, bud. Marty. I'm cold. I don't have on a jacket. Well, our one red tree went away, but now we have these 2 really pretty bright red trees across the road to enjoy as we start our walk in the morning. It's pretty chilly out here at about 44. We're missing the warmer temps of yesterday. Well, as we came past the bridge, Dawn saw that one of the front loaders had been moved up by the house. They'd gotten it across the creek bed somehow. And I don't see anybody there working right now though. So there's a guy over here with a piece of town equipment. It's a leaf sucker upper attached to one of the mowers, and he just did this area right here and then he went over to the woods to dump it. Apparently he can dump it without getting off of it. And then obviously he's coming back because there are a lot more leaves to take care of.
Hey there.
Hey.
I didn't stop my thing. Okay, 4823, 5,752 steps, 2.7 miles, and I'll wait for the average. Okay, here comes the average. I don't drop my phone. 1755 per mile.
We didn't pick up any trash today, hardly, like 2 pieces the whole way.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't go off the trail or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what time is it?
It is 9:49.
All right. So I'm gonna run back to the house and then run in and change clothes and then we're gonna go get my booster.
Yeah, our Moderna booster today, both of us. I wish us luck on me not having a 102.9 fever this time.
Right.
Yeah, that would be good. And Don was good to me on the walk. I did a lot of soul searching about what the right thing to do with Slate is, and I may have been crying for a while. I don't recommend crying when it's 42 degrees outside. It's not good.
Yeah.
And there's just no easy answers here, and I'm still not sure exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah, I understand.
I'll see you in a few minutes. I won't be long. I know we got to scoot when we get up there.
Okay. Kiss, kiss.
Kiss, kiss. Don moved over so I could go past. That will give me a couple minutes with kitties. We have to be at the Wake County Services Center in Fuquay at 10:30. And that's, 10 minutes door to door max. And it's just going on 10. So we got 15, 20 minutes, something like that. No kitties on the driveway. I would have been surprised if there were with the cold temps. Because I'm thrifty and because it had been sitting on the side of the road all morning and was about in traffic where it was going to get run over, I said Donnie should stop and grab the little kiddie pool. But the reason is because when we dig holes in the yard, we put the dirt in the little kiddie pool and then it's easier to get back out. Toboggans work really well for that too, by the way. But anyway, well, this one looked like a little watermelon. And then also too, sometimes if we have a project that we need to cover it up so it doesn't get wet, we'll lay the pool over it and put a cinder block on top or something. Yeah. So, well, whatever you did to Turkey to weight him down from the back, I have not seen him fall over or forward off the thing one time. So you did good. You did excellent. Don had to drop the seats and he's putting the seats back. I'll let him go set that wherever he wants to set it. It really was about to get run over and had been there for, well, since I left this morning with Johnny. So I figured people had time to retrieve it. Got a little over 2 hours before I got to go pick up Johnny from school. I'm going to start with bag 4 and do the roof. And if I have time, I'll start on bag 5 and do the chimney. Well, I don't know why, but step 1 for bag 4, I was missing these 2 pieces right off the bat, plus 2 brown slopes. These pieces I don't have in brown. I was just trying to find them in any color. And well, let's just say my search was fruitful. And I can now continue to step 2 in bag 4. 20 minutes later. Wow, that was rough. So this piece was missing. And I found it. That was about another 10 minutes. I knew I had some, but I've never used this piece before. I don't know what it's for. Guess I'm fixing to find out. I gotta go to the garage again. These are all Technique bricks. These are all robot parts, and I have them, but I don't have them in the house. So this kit had a light brick, which was with it. And when you press in, it's a touch sensor. It lights up, and this light is like over the elf beds. I'm fixing to install it. Wow, step 104, part 5. You have to put this A piece there. And that was really hard to figure out because they got a little lazy. They should have shown that and then shown sticking this piece on. They shouldn't have, that was just, you can't really quite see that there. At least I couldn't. But I figured it out. And then up here, I have a little bit more of a seam than it called for. I added one more layer underneath these supports here because it kept on popping apart, and it's very stable now. The kids could come and do this or do the elf thing and it won't go anywhere. Before I added an extra 2x8 here and here and here and here underneath the little circular bricks, it kept popping apart on me, and I double checked and triple checked and pushed together, and anyway, it's stable now and I'm happy. Well, I have to say I think it's fairly ingenious how Lego came up with putting the light string on the houses. I didn't mean to not adjust that one a little bit better. The claws, the hands, the robot arms, they're easy to come by, and so are the little ornaments. The string's the only really specialized piece, and it's really neat how they have this string and then a bar and then string and bar, and it's pretty ingenious. It makes me want to get some more of the strings and maybe add some lights to some of the rest of my winter village. Yeah, everything came along great except for I had to hunt more parts than I was prepared to today. If only I did order the brown macaroni because that's driving me nuts. If only that was fixed. The thing left to do on bag 4 is the arched roof on the sides. It's just a smaller version of the big one. So here and here. And if I had 15 minutes, I could probably finish that up. But it's time to go get Johnny. And you can see the little light brick that shines in there from up top, so you can wake up the elves and send them on their way for the day. That's pretty ingenious. There's lots of little nice details to this kit. I'm pretty impressed with it. So for sure I will be putting on the other roof lines tonight. I don't know if I'll get the chimney done. Probably. You know, I'm not going to want to leave it this close to done but not done. I'm pretty impressed with it. Well, my first reaction during the collision avoidance alarm was, dang it, I just hurt my driving score. And then my second response was, thank you, Ruby, for sounding the alarm and giving me additional time to stop. Doesn't mean I wasn't going to stop, but thank you for giving me extra time to stop. I mean, I saw the lane was merging. I had gotten out of the left lane into the right lane, but probably what happened is a few cars weren't paying attention or waited to the last minute, merged over and caused traffic to suddenly stop. This is the first afternoon where they've had it closed here in exactly this spot. It's probably because over the weekend, maybe this weekend, they're preparing to move the traffic into the new lanes over there that are going northbound into Raleigh. But yeah, she squawked and I applied the brake immediately. You get trained really quick that when that alarm goes off, you need to hit the brake pretty much no matter what. And yeah, I've had a couple of problems with my driving score this week. I swore I've only did the reboot one time to avoid a mistake, and I swore I wasn't going to do it anymore even though others are playing that game. And I I'm really tempted to do it now. Now this guy coming up here on my side, okay, well he's gonna go into medium. I was gonna say he was back in there behind traffic. If he's a construction guy, that's cool, but anyway, I don't know. How are some of the rest of you feeling about it? You know, the stay between the lines, little Miss Goody Two Shoes doesn't want to cheat, and the smart, I know how to work the system, what's the big deal anyway, I'm not gonna get it for a while, wants to fix it. I'm sort of torn. Probably gonna fix it and then pull over, stop, and let it start tracking some good miles. Yeah, you can see over here on the left, I think by this weekend they're just about ready to send traffic that way. 55 and not a cloud in the sky. I sent Johnny a message, let him know I'm not going to get there until 2:30. That's right at the fringe of him being the last one, which I certainly don't want. I lost 3 or 4 minutes by the Fuquay post office and another 3 or 4 minutes by that lane closure and the construction and typical Friday afternoon traffic. Every time this happens, I swear I'll never let it happen again, and I just can't seem to not run a few minutes late. Hey Mart, we're home. Are you getting some sunshine, some warm rays? Bet that feels good. The bench looked quite inviting, so now Johnny's over here getting Mart, our affectionate nickname for Marty, some extra TLC. Marty swats a lot less than he used to, but that doesn't mean he never swats, right Johnny? He's enjoying that. He's a good boy. Johnny usually spends time with Marty and Gray outside in the afternoons and then brings Tux in at night. So they were a little busier at the vaccination site today than I expected.
Okay.
Not super one way or the other. Not was nice and orderly in there. Not too many people. Not unused. It was just seemed like just right that every 30 minutes they had the right number of appointments figured out.
Yeah.
Don and I frequently listen to what Dr. Campbell has to say about the vaccine. He seems, best as we can tell of anybody, Dr. John Campbell, to analyze the data and report whatever the data is that he analyzed. He does have a little bit of commentary, but it seems to be very limited.
Very limited.
And he recommends getting them to aspirate the vaccine to make sure it's not in a vein. But I asked about that today, like so many others have, and they basically, it's not necessary. We won't do that. We can't do that. And my point was like, well, if there's even a fraction of a chance it's causing the heart issues, wouldn't you like to do something that's of no big deal to you? And my body, so if I want you to aspirate it, which just basically means pull out on the needle after you jab it in to make sure there's no blood in the needle. And then if there's not, go ahead and inject. And if there is, change the needle tip and try another spot. But anyway, they wouldn't do that there this morning. And I told the nurse was like, oh no, it could never be a problem. Never, you know, basically in medicine, don't ever say never. And I just politely smiled and said, well, we'll see in 6 months if the recommendations don't change. Like, well, you know, the original recommendation of you don't need masks.
Right.
Which
they
was
won't change. They're not, the U.S., the people in this country, they're not. There's too many lawyers. If they change, I'm not saying that Germany or
somebody else might not. Yeah, because then the people that have already been injured by not aspirating might. But I guess you know we
sue out the wazoo.
Yeah. Anyway, I tried today to say the right thing. I think there's quite a few people that have gone. She said I wasn't the first to ask. But I think they thought it's some crazy internet thing. Well, you know, it's my body. I still go back to the it's my body. You want me to be.
What does it hurt to do it that way?
Yeah, and you can't prove to me there's any harm done by doing it. So even if it was for my anxiety and my willingness to let you give me the shot, wouldn't you want to take the 3 or 4 extra seconds to do that? So.
Yeah, my nurse, she was very nice. She was from Duke. She was very chatty. They sit over there and just chat.
Yeah, him and her. Chatty Cathy.
Yeah. Well, there was nobody waiting, so...
I only got scolded a little bit for not showing up with my card, but I swear...
Oh, they did well, though, but they didn't scold you.
Well, first off, they found me in the computer, which I would hope so, since we got vaccinated at a mass vax site by the government military people, but, you know...
Oh, yeah, military
But,
precision,
hey, yeah, those,
right.
you know, Marines down there in Jacksonville, they were very helpful.
You go down there and tell the Marines they didn't do the right job. I'm going to see. Let's see how that works.
But she made me out a new one, and I'm sure I could have, if I'd have gone in a quiet spot for 2 or 3 minutes with good Wi-Fi, I could have found it on my phone or on Google Drive because I had a picture of it. But I changed out purses, and apparently I'm still not sure exactly where it is, but at any point. So, well, we got that over, but they approved for everyone 18 years of age or older today, and without having to say you're obese, have diabetes, or have some other issue.
Right.
Technically, Don and I, we could claim each to fall under a category, but I mean, I'm glad we got it done. There were some small kids in there getting it today.
The little brave boy, everybody kind of cheered him on. He did really well.
Well, I just, you know, I'm supportive, obviously, because we got it. To each their own. And for me, personally, it provides a level of comfort. And all through the holiday season, I'm going to go out and shop with Michelle, go to Crabtree, maybe eat at Conkey. And I'm not going to be stressed because I did everything I could. I wear my mask regardless of having to wear it or not in most situations. And I've had the booster now, so I'm going to enjoy my holiday, and I'll take some small risks. Like if we go to Conkey, I'll take my mask off while we eat. Sure. But I'm not going to be worried the whole holiday season because Don was sore. We had to think about it. It wasn't a done deal. We were going to go get the booster. We thought about it for a minute.
No, I did.
And but for me, it's, you know, be able to move about freely despite any media hype or reality over the holiday season. So just hopefully tomorrow we won't be feeling under the weather. I'm determined to get up and get our walk in before any fever sets in.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm not going to, I'm thinking it's...
Mine doesn't hurt this time. Well, I have no pain at the injection site, none, zero, nada.
I actually feel like a little swollen there.
I have no pain at the injection site this time.
Of course, that could be my rippling muscle. I can't tell for sure.